I'm a pet healing class, dude. They don't want to kill it. They don't want to kill it because they don't want to reset it. We want to wipe. We want to wipe now. Guys, Resto Druid, Grove Guardians, Tree of Life, Reforestation. I call it the Grove Tree build. Because you're spawning Grove Guardians and reducing the cooldown of Tree of Life all the time, every time. Let's go! Tree of Life, Grove Guardians. I'm not gonna pop all Grove Guardians to be honest, I'm gonna wait a bit. The lag is actually insane, man. The lag is actually insane, not gonna lie. I'm running photosynthesis as well, so I need to keep life bloom on myself. Yeah, everyone nearly died. I'm gonna flourish this. Again, flourish is not like it used to be, boys. It's not like it used to be. I think that's probably the biggest. I think that's probably the biggest thing that people are gonna complain. Oh, reforestation proc. I have all of the ads on me. No. No, man. Dude, I have hots on everything. I have legit hots on everything. I need innervate here. The thing is, I'm also trying Tranquil Mind talent for just... I need to use my clear casting procs because that's my 4-set bonus, basically. That's my 4-set bonus. I'm keeping hots on everything. Reforestation. Oh, sorry. I need to use my regrowths. I need to use my clear casting procs. Keep life bloom on myself because I'm running this build. I have... Wow, I'm popping all of my Tree of Life here. And I'm gonna go into Tranquility, so... Swiftmend, Wild Growth, Tranquility. We're gonna keep Life Bloom on ourselves here. Reforestation proc into Wild Growth, into Flourish. Oh! Get... Oh, heal! MadSkillz, why are you such a... Regrowths. Let's do some regrowths here. We need to use a mana potion. Okay, this is the fun part here. You can soak this, you get a debuff, and then you go into the trees to put them on fire. See? Kind of cool, right? I'm running... Oh, Tree of Life. We have Tree of Life. You have to remember, Tree of Life cooldown is reduced by a Grove... If you have the talent, by your Grove Guardians when they fade away. So with this build, where I'm literally doing just casting Grove Guardians all the time, I'm not exactly sure what the cooldown goes down to for Tree of Life, but it's definitely shorter than 3 minutes, I can guarantee you that. Swiftmend into Sword of Forest, into Wild Growth, into Flourish, into Overheal completely. Yay! Again, I don't know the damage patterns of this fight completely, so I'm just trying to see. Oh, actually, you know what? Damage patterns happens pretty often. I dropped my Life Bloom. I'm lagging again. I'm lagging again a lot. I'm gonna use... Oh! This will one-shot me, by the way. Like, easily one-shot me. AoE damage, we have... Grove Guardians, our Tree of Life is on cooldown. We're gonna use our clear casting procs. We're gonna run and try and kill these here. Keep Life Bloom on ourselves, keep people topped up. Use Grove Guardians. This is gonna proc my Tree of Life because of reforestation. There's going to be a lot of damage here. I'm kind of running out of a little bit of Mene because I'm not good. You know what? Uh-oh. Tank dead, but boss is dead. Oh my god. I feel like you have to take the debuff and then run it into the root. I feel like Flourish. Dude, these damage patterns fit this druid so nicely. Let's see what the loot is. Clawed shoulders, 2-hand in staff. Again, I was playing like purely healing, no DPS whatsoever, testing out different builds. Again, the Tree of Life, Grove Guardians, when they fade away, they reduce the cooldown of Tree of Life. I have Grove Guardians, and then I have Reforestation, which means it's also going to proc Tree of Life, and Tree of Life gives you Grove Guardians initially, and then every 10 seconds. So I would actually like to see the total amount of Grove Guardians that I procced, but you can see here, while Nourish is one of my top heals, and Nourish is being cast by my my Grove Guardians, and I also cast Nourish when I get clear casting, and I cast Regrowth. That's also going to cast Nourish, and it's also going to proc the 2-set bonus. So there's like a feedback loop between the 4-set bonus, consuming clear casting now causes your Regrowth to also cast Nourish, and then your 2-set bonus, Nourish is now healed to additional allies. So it kind of goes back and forth. So this is why I really wanted to try out this Tranquil Mind. I'm not sure if that's going to be good or bad. I just wanted to try it out just purely for that 4-set bonus to see if it's going to be worth it. If you wanted, I'm assuming that if you wanted like a pure 1-minute build, you could probably run something like Convoke 1 minute. Flourish is also 1 minute, so you could Convoke and Flourish all the time. But the problem with that is Flourish has been neutered to an extreme extent, and I think this is why most of the rest of Druids who purely do raids and things like that are going to be split based on the changes for Rest of Druid. They're going to be split because a lot of people who play Rest of Druid, they really like those Flourish ramps. They like to prepare for damage, you know, pre-hot and things like that. And with the Flourish, like with the real Flourish nerfs, I'm not sure if those ramps are going to be as potent as they are anymore, because you're kind of exchanging that Flourish power, at least in this build, in this kind of passive healing that you do with your Grove Guardians. So is that a more interesting playstyle? Is that something that people are gonna like? Is there going to be a lot of Resto Druids who are going to be like, hey, what's this? I'm not gonna play Resto Druid anymore in raids because Flourish feels so weak? Or are Resto Druids going to be like, hey, I prefer this continuous healing that also simplifies the playstyle? Again, not saying this is the best build, not saying this is the way that it's gonna go, but you can definitely see if you do run those Grove Guardians and you have this feedback loop of the tier set and things like that with clear casting, your Nourish can actually really pump. Guys, I'm actually really interested in hearing this because this is gonna split opinions. Do you like this play style in raid specifically? Because I think in Mythic Plus, I think the continuous healing is probably it's going to make healing a little bit easier in Mythic Plus, but in raids, I really genuinely, maybe they're gonna revert some of the Flourish nerfs. Maybe they made a typo